Oh my gosh. Oh my God. No, no. Hey y'all, this is Sarah, and today's video is going to be the result of 2 different days of digging. I didn't take my metal detector with me this time. I normally hunt with the Minelab Equinox 800, but this time I walked through the woods and used my eyes only, and I stumbled upon some very interesting finds. I hope you enjoy. I was walking in the woods just using my eyes to try and see if I could find anything new, and I've already got my shovel here. A few other things that I've picked up, but take a look at this. We have a 1940 license plate here that I'm gonna unearth right now, and I realize this must be a little bit of a dump because I've got broken glass here, I've got broken glass there, some glass sticking out over there, so I think this is potentially a dump site that I'm gonna work on a little bit. I was not planning on doing any recording today. Just wanted to come out here and do some digging by myself. But here's that license plate. Let's unearth it together. Looks like it still has some of the white paint on it. I bet potentially more of it does too. Maybe the part that was under the ground. This part that was above ground maybe got too much oxygen and rust. Let's take a look. Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. Look at that. Let's wiggle it loose. Oh man. Take a look at that. 1940 Virginia license plate. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I think what I can do, I could even look up, I think, the number and potentially find who actually owned this car. That is pretty cool. The last several videos of mine have taken place on this permission. Just to provide you with a little context, this site used to be somewhat of a gathering place for people starting in the late 1800s. They held events and even had horse races that took place. The last building that stood here was torn down in 1940. The majority of the relics that I have found have been between that date range, including the relics in this video. Okay, literally using a stump as a tripod right now because, like I said, I didn't plan to record anything. So let's take a look and see what this is right here. Hope y'all can see that. Ooh. So it's not whole, I can feel that. Although there's another piece right alongside it. Let's see. Okay, that's just slick, plain. Okay, set that off to the side. And let's work on getting this out now. Right now, this is looking like such an interesting shape. Can't quite tell how it's gonna come out. Let's just dig alongside of it. Wow, it's such a strange shape. Maybe it's the neck of a bottle, potentially. Let's take a look. Whoa! Oh my God! That is a milk bottle. I guess it was that color. It looked kind of green, probably because that was what was exposed to air. So that piece that I dug before probably does go to it. That is fantastic. Let's see what it says. So it does have the embossing around the neck here, and it does say the town where I'm from, so I'm not going to show that bit, but that is huge. Look at that. So it probably would have gone with that other piece for sure. I'll just have to see if there's any others in the hole there. I was unearthing that whole milk bottle there, and this whole bottle popped up. This is the first time on this site that I have found a whole bottle in the ground like this. Although it's a screw top, kind of looks like maybe, gosh, not sure what this would have been. No real writing on it. I'll have to go home and take a look. But I love the look of that. That is so pretty. I love the style. That is neat. Really neat. I'm gonna keep digging. We'll see what I got. It was a short dig today. I have to get going, but yeah, sometimes it pays to branch out a little bit. I had dug in the same spot over and over and over, and yeah, I'm pulling out glass. That's great, but I wanted to take a look around, so I used my eyes. I didn't have my detector. I went through the woods and just used my eyes, and it led me to this license plate here, which then led me to this glass. And you can see I basically found the entire milk jug. I think that's what that is, but I'll have to go home and research it a little bit. And then out popped that whole bottle there. That is so neat. I really love that. I'm gonna do a little research on that too, and I'll let you all know what that is. Maybe it's like a perfume bottle. I really don't know, but I'll let you know once I research everything. Very fun. I am back digging in the place where I found the license plate recently. So far just found some broken bits of glass. I had found a whole bottle in this spot, but not yet. I'm just scraping through the area, and I actually took my trowel and went like this. And I heard this sort of hollow sound. Let's take a look. I'm gonna work sort of around and on top, because it's not that far underneath the surface, but I don't know how big it is. I'm guessing it's probably just a piece of iron, maybe another license plate. Sounds kind of, like I said, a little hollow or something. There's definitely something right there. Oh, I hope that was worth it. Yeah, what is this? What is this? Let's see if I can get an edge on it. Yeah, I do. It's moving now. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. No, it is not another license plate. My camera died on me, so I had to pull out another one. And it was at the most inopportune time, because I said, there's no way this is another license plate. And then, boom, you can see that hole right there. This is definitely a license plate. Let's see if it's legible. Let's see if it is. Let's see what year it is. Last one we found here was a 1940. So let me work this way a little bit. Kind of, again, we're just gonna slowly reveal it. Let me back the camera up a little bit so we can see the whole thing. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, a root right there. Oh my gosh, there's a root right on top of it. So I had to cut this one. Let's see if I can get this out. Oh man. All right, let's see if we can wiggle it loose. Here it comes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? 1936! No! No! Oh my gosh, this one says District of Columbia. Get out of here. Get out of here. Now this one looks completely toasted. Look at that. I mean, no doubt it's been in the ground for, you know, coming up on 90 years. Oh my gosh, but that is so cool. Look at that. District of Columbia, 1936. Holy cow. That truly is fantastic. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. And that's so different from the last one. You can see where I scraped it here and scraped it there, unfortunately, and there. The last one's date was up here. Wow, that is so cool. District of Columbia, 1936. The history of license plates is a journey from simple, owner-made identifiers to standardized, mass-produced plates we know today. Their purpose has always been the same: to provide a way to identify a vehicle and its owner for legal and safety reasons. It all started in France in 1893. They are credited with being the first country to introduce vehicle registration plates with the Paris Police Ordinance. New York became the first U.S. state to require license plates in 1901. However, these were not issued by the state. Vehicle owners were required to create their own plates, often using materials like leather or wood and displaying their initials. Massachusetts changed everything in 1903 when they became the first state to issue license plates. These were porcelain, and the very first one, plate with the number 1, went to a man named Frederick Tudor. This marked the beginning of states taking control, and by 1918, every state had their own unique system. States began to move away from issuing new plates every year in the 1920s. Instead, they would issue metal tabs or stickers to be attached to the plate to indicate a renewed registration. During World War II, many states used alternative materials or issued tabs to conserve metal for the war effort. A significant change occurred in 1956 when the U.S. government and the Automobile Manufacturers Association agreed to a standard size for all passenger vehicle license plates, 6 inches by 12 inches. This standardization made it easier for vehicles to be identified across state lines and for mounting hardware to be uniform. Personalized or vanity plates began to be issued in 1931 in the U.S., allowing car owners to choose their own custom combination of letters and numbers. It wasn't until the late 1980s that the introduction of specialty plates happened, which are often sold to raise money for specific causes, such as education, the environment, or veteran support. The history of license plates speaks to the growth of the automobile and the need for a simple yet effective system of vehicle identification. From homemade markers to mass-produced standardization, plates have continued to evolve while serving their fundamental purpose. About a foot over, I was digging right where the milk bottle had been last time, and out popped a whole bottle as well. And you see that down in there? That looks pretty whole to me. But let's take a look together. I don't know, could be wrong. Maybe it's broken. My gosh, please be whole. I think I see a screw top though. But, you know, this pit was a 1940, early 1930s, mid 1930s. Let me get my trowel on it here. My gosh, hasn't seen the light of day. Oh my God. That is so adorable. Whoa. This little pit is fantastic. The other pit I was at, just broken bits of glass. I have found 2 whole bottles here so far. Again, this is threaded. I don't know how old it is. Probably 1940s, 50s, not sure. We'll see if we can get something off the bottom. Oh yeah, it does say something. Oh my gosh. What does it say? Can y'all read that? Fitches? Man, I can't quite read that, but that should be an easy find, a quick search, because there we got embossing right on the bottom. That is so awesome. I'm absolutely just thrilled with that. Look at all the roots in there. Oh, that's coming home with me for sure. Another YouTuber, Dirt Clawed Metal Detecting, she suggested when digging glass to dig down maybe a foot. And there could be glass down there yet. And I dug a deeper hole here, and here's this piece of glass. So thank you, Dirt Clawed. I'm gonna keep digging down a little ways and see if I can find some more. Okay, so you can see that this stump here is very rotted, but at one point it, you know, had to have grown from a little tiny sapling. So I decided to dig sort of in this little cavity area. I'm scooping it out because I'm thinking that possibly people dumped stuff here, and then this tree grew up and got old enough to die, or something happened to it. And I, in fact, cleared out, you know, big sections of dead pieces of wood here. And I'm just going in here, and I've definitely hit some glass in here. So yeah, there's definitely something right there. You can hear that. So let me unearth that with you. Oh, it's more of that green bottle. Oh shoot. Wow. So, okay, the first piece I found was up here, and this is down here. So that definitely tells me that at one point, this bottle was here before the tree grew. At least that's my theory. Okay, I don't want to break it. Don't want to break it. And, you know, it could be just another piece of slick glass, just like the last piece, but if it's not, I don't want to hurt it. I want to hurt it either way, honestly. So there's got to be more down in here, most likely. Oh man, this this dirt is so dry. Oh shoot. Oh, Sarah, go slow. Jeez. I get too excited. Yep, there's another piece. That's pretty wild. That's sitting down in there where this tree was. I'm gonna keep digging. Oh my gosh. My theory is it's gotta be right, because I was scraping along and right there, hopefully you can see that, is another piece of glass. And it is broken, but it is a different color. It's not that green. So I'm thinking this tree grew over this little dump area. Let's see what this is. Come on. Oh, it is the green bottle. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. From there, it didn't look like that. Okay, so... all right, let's look at this puzzle piece here. Where is it? So I had said 12 ounces, but this has to go... ugh, mosquitoes. Man. No, that can't be right. I'm not sure how this sat, but it's got to be connected somehow. I don't know, maybe this was like a wine bottle? I could see that. Cool. That's gonna be it for this video. As always, I'm so glad that you could join me. Please consider commenting, liking, and subscribing. I'll see you for the next saga.